Welcome back to Heartland Focus. Joining me is my man Michael Barnes. Welcome to Heartland Focus.
Thank you.
Well, this is a little different. I'm kind of used to you. You're an entrepreneur and you have your own company. What's a little bit of your company? What do you do so we got to build some credibility in terms of the subject matter and why you're here?
Okay.
Because I told him we're going to talk about some superhero kind of stuff.
My first company is CF Designs. That's Contemporary Fantasy Designs.
Okay.
And that company is it's steeped pretty well in graphic design and marketing and online marketing and those sorts of things right there.
Okay.
And so as time went on, I gradually came into doing things around comics and writing stories. And
so like comic books.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And writing stories. Okay. So are you a little bit too old to be, in terms of playing around with comic books? I mean, it's usually when you think about comic books, you kind of think in terms of that's kind of, a kiddie kind of thing.
That's the predominant perception of the field, but no. One of the things that I often respond to people when they make the inference is that one of the owners and founders of Marvel Comics is Stan Lee, and he's 80-something years old.
Okay.
So ideas are never you're never too old to create.
Yeah. And when you think about comics, and we're gonna pull your GoFundMe up and kind of why you're here, but superheroes, the company that you're really kind of basing all this work is what is it, Legendary?
It's Legendary Arts.
Okay. Okay. And so what are you hoping to accomplish with that?
Well, it stems from seeing a deficiency of African American good guy or heroes and heroines, and so a lot of what I'd like to accomplish is to give, for instance, my children something that looks and feels and tells stories from their perspective, so that they can interrelate that way.
So basically, in terms of just this whole idea of what we know now in terms of superheroes, I mean, are you talking about like Batman, Superman,
I think
Hulk?
we'll take a different approach to it. I mean, we're even going to challenge ideas such as the core right and wrong. What is right and wrong, and in our universe, and we'll re-examine a lot of these situations that day-to-day regular Joe people find themselves in, and we'll sort of play with those concepts in a new and fun way. So, you take say for instance, Superman.
Okay.
Where Superman would probably do what is morally right, well, that moral disposition looks different to different people sometimes.
Okay.
So it's still a right choice.
Right.
But it's just different.
Yeah. And choices, and I think when you think about the play of superheroes for just the world, of most times is solving a conflict or a bad guy,
right.
And the good guy, comes and saves the day,
right.
But I can see the need when even as growing up, I didn't really, there's not a lot of black, I don't know of a lot of black superheroes, our parents and grandparents become my heroes and have done some amazing kind of things. But I love the idea of creating a whole nother generation of superheroes.
Yes, it's something that you really have to look for.
Okay.
Initially.
Okay.
Because originally I didn't see it either. And I'll tell you a small story about what triggered it. It was during my last birthday. I wanted to go get a hat and a ball cap and a T-shirt with my favorite superhero logo on it, and I couldn't find it. And I says, to myself, well, if I can't find something that I would assume that's geared to my demographic, then I wonder if there's other people like me. What if there's a kid instead who wants the same thing but can't find it? And so that was kind of the motivation to start Legendary Arts in the beginning.
Okay. Now, we talked a little bit, but part of too, when you think of the stories in the comics, that is driven around solving something. What are you hoping to solve?
I
I know there's multiple, there's layers,
right.
but just give us some ideas of some of the things that you're going to be solving.
Well, how to as an African American character in this sort of a parody universe of what's going on in actual reality. How do you deal with law enforcement? How do you deal with religion? How do you deal with politics?
Politics, but just you hit on one that's very sensitive now in terms of law enforcement. I mean, I think that you may be onto something pretty cool, because when you think about solving problems and creating better relationships, maybe we get the attention of our kids and of our community and the world in terms of just how might this thing should play out.
Right.
In terms of solving a real situation with police and community relations, and particularly African American youth and African American men.
That's right. And
I like that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun because we don't want to be too serious. We're talking about comics and characters, but these are some of the areas that we'll purposefully address in those fun ways.
Okay. And now it makes you, Michael, I know for me, man, when I go and watch a superhero, movie, I just feel, like I can fly, or it makes me feel so good to know that there is, maybe that world is make-believe, but that world, there's hope.
Right.
There's hope for the person that gets beat up every day and they got to wake up and stretch and go out there and tackle the pains and berries of the world. I love for a moment 2 hours, 2 hour and a half to see a movie that's just, wow, somebody helped save the day.
Yeah.
So let's go to, the producer pull up your site. And so what are you trying to accomplish? I know it takes a lot of resources to really do what you're trying to do. Legendary Arts, we have, so you've started a fund. You look like you just kicked it off. So I haven't had a chance to weigh in yet. So I will publicly, for the record, I will make a donation there, buddy. So, okay, stop there. Tell us a little bit about what people are seeing here.
Well,
these are some of the...
what you have is, these are our starting 5 characters, and they're going to cover a certain level and a certain array of issues themselves. The guy with the hat on, the purple, his name's Tilma, and he's kind of a time-traveling, relationship-based kind of guy.
Okay.
And he's going to deal with those kind of matrix types of ideas, time and things like that. Behind him, the guy with the tattoos is he's kind of our Neo, or he's our Superman, for example.
So he's kind of the Superman?
Yeah, he's kind of the Superman. He represents a lot of free expression and things like that. And even his tattoos mean something. So that's the kind of detail we went to. Behind him is a woman named Shawnee, and she's going to carry most of the relationship issues between man and woman. And, she has girlfriends that she deals with and things like that. The guy in the purple is Mr. Eternal, and he's kind of our comic relief sort of a character, and he's the most traditional superhero. And then back far behind him is our character named Delvari. He's kind of our magician, and he's the guy that, for things that go bump in the night, he bumps back, and he does it with magic and things of that nature. So that's kind of a little bit what you're seeing in this one. And you get a preview when you go to this GoFundMe of Mr. Eternal's story.
Okay.
So,
okay. Well, Michael, I wish you the best in your pursuit of really bringing this to life. I mean, your thoughts about solving problems and really just not just simple problems, very complex problems that we wake up every day,
Yeah.
Dealing with racism and the challenges of poverty,
Right.
politics, and things that just won't go away
Right.
if we don't put attention and focus and time and the necessary resources to it. And so this is you're hoping to raise how much money are you hoping to raise through this effort?
This one's going to be, well, I'd like to raise $2,500.
Okay.
And the predominant effort here is to finish off the publishing and publishing costs, such as the art and the editor. These things, I mean, I can do a lot of it myself, but you just can't do it all
So
by
not
yourself.
it's not like you ask for a whole lot of money.
No, it doesn't take a whole lot, but
Yeah.
you do need the help that you need.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, I'm excited. When you get this project completed or the first book, will you come back and kind of share some of that with us?
Absolutely. The first book's going to come out July 1st, and then hopefully back to back we'll release one after the other from here on.
And on your GoFundMe site, people will be able to know how to get a hold of Legendary Arts.
Yep.
If they have interest in talking with you about how do we,
That's
how do
right.
you help make this happen.
Right at the bottom of the page is all the links.
Okay.
So.
Well, I would, challenge you on TV to make me a superhero, but we won't go there. I won't put that kind of pressure on you yet. Okay, but thank you so much, man. I appreciate the work that you do, and especially also what you do to help the Love Jazz and Arts Center.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
All right. Supermans, superheroes. Hey, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, some events and news that's taking place in the Heartland. Stay with us, and we'll be right back.